Okay, so, aloha everyone. So, I'm gonna do a video on my thoughts and feelings on the laughograms. Well, I'll probably do the whole, I guess the Cinderella one, instead of like the whole laughograms and all the history and all that stuff, because that would be way too long for one video. Probably that would probably be like an hour long. So, well, that's not too long. It's just I would have to have like I haven't done all the laughograms yet. So yeah. So okay, so Cinderella, the one that Walt Disney made, he was in the early, I don't know if you would say stages, like the early poets of making video kind of things with animation. And it did have kind of sound. And actually, movies that were silent, which I think his might have either had music or somebody added music to it. I don't know which. And some of them were redone, and I can't tell if that was one of them or not, but that one, basically, the music was actually okay. And even if there were silent movies, in the back of the theater, I think it was in the back, there would be a piano player, and a lot of times they would play the piano. So silent movies were actually not silent for that reason, because of the music you would hear. And they basically let them play whatever they wanted. However, later on they were like, because sometimes the music may or may not fit in with the scene. So they were like, you might want to like change it to go with whatever was happening or whatever. I don't know. So, and actually I've noticed with the Disney laughograms, it does not list who does the music, because it sounds kind of like an orchestra, but I don't know. I can't tell. And oh, maybe it might have been another one I'm thinking. Anyway, so my thoughts on it. Oh, I actually did not really like it. I liked some parts of it. Here's the parts. Well, actually, I'm not gonna even say try to do the bad and then the good, or like the good or then the bad, because I'm just all over the place. Because if I think about something, it's probably not gonna come to me when I'm listing out everything in the good. So, oh well. Okay, so my thoughts are, well, I might actually try to space it out. I'm sorry, I can't ever make up my mind. Okay, so so the post that I did like, I liked the fairy godmother, because she almost, okay, so her appearance looked a lot like Frankenstein's bride, I believe, because she had long black hair and like white, it was either Frankenstein's spider or some kind of horror or something related that looked like her. I can't tell if she inspired somebody else or if she was inspired by that. I would have to like figure out all the years and stuff. Another thing that I liked was instead of like the annoying horse and carriage and all that other junk, they had a car instead. And this was like I think it might have been 1920 style, since the laughograms were made in like the 1910s, 1920s, something like that. So I thought that was really interesting. And I noticed that instead of a ball gown, she had, I think, a flapper dress on, which was nice because it's like so unexpected, but it's also kind of not, because it was really popular in the 1920s, as far as if I can remember right. And I also liked how they had this cute little romance with like a dog and a cat, I believe. Give me a second. And some people are wondering if they're in like a romance where those two boys, like the dog and cat. And I think either way it's cool. I like it. It's cute. Now the part that I did not understand is when Cinderella was running away. And see, the dog had wanted to go to the ball too. So he went to the ball and danced. Oh wait, no, it was the cat. Yeah, the cat went to the ball with Cinderella and danced with the dog. And so why did the cat not leave with Cinderella when she was running off? I mean, you saw the cat at the end. However, it's like, and would they not have recognized their own cat? He was just wearing a hat in some scenes. Like, it's not like a disguise. But, and another thing I did not understand is if the same person who was hunting the bears or whatever was the same person who was the prince. And I think they were two different people. And when I was listing out the characters, I've noticed that for the laughograms, I don't know if I'm doing it for every scene, like if they're doing it for just things they remember, but from what I'm doing, I'm separating it out to each individual character I see, and what they were doing and what they look like. So I really don't understand how I have so many characters and like the list is so much smaller on descriptions on other things. I don't know. But yeah. And another thing, I didn't like the Hunter parts because it was cringeworthy. It really was hard to watch that scene. I was just like, and then, because I mean, he had killed the bears, and they were like all in a line, and he was just dragging them out the cave. It's like, A, hunting, B, why are you gonna go into a bear's den and kill all these bears? And why are you riding on a horse? And why are they acting like the horse is happy that you're killing animals? I don't understand why people always depict that. It's like, I don't understand it. And a thing that I did like, see, I told you I would be all over the place. A thing that I did like was in the ballroom, they had lots of people who were different sizes. I noticed. And it didn't feel like it was the same picture over and over. It felt like there were several pictures, but like they might have go back like once or so, but like they had lots of different pictures from what I remember than other just like, reusing stuff. And the costume for Cinderella was like, I don't really understand how the stories for Cinderella, they're like, they don't recognize their own sister. She's just in a different dress. I mean, it's one thing if you have something like a complete different ethnicity or whatever, but like, I guess if she didn't have enough money or like didn't have a dress to begin with, but I don't know. I don't get that very much. And another thing, it was like, I noticed that he focused in on one of Cinderella's sisters because he had danced with her, but I noticed he did not dance with the other sister. So I was just so surprised. I was just like I would have thought he would have danced with both. And he only asked the sister of Cinderella to try on the shoe. So it was the same girl he had danced with before Cinderella. So, and then when he sees Cinderella at the end, which is when he was trying the shoe for her sister, when he looks over at her, he immediately recognizes her. And it's like, okay, you can recognize this woman who you danced with in one day, and she did not give you her name. She did not give you her address. I don't know how you found this woman, but you know who she is just by looking at her, and your siblings cannot even tell. And they have lived with you for I don't know how long. I don't know if anybody else recognizes that, like, but it's like, how in the world? I don't know. And another thing is like, how come the cat didn't, like, I don't think they jumped back from out from behind the tree, because it was like, the prince already recognizes her. It's like, and they find it okay. The sisters don't even look that mad. So it's like, why don't you just come out from the tree? I don't know. Maybe they did, but I don't think they did. Because I watched that like 15 minutes ago. But that is not saying anything. So, yeah. And the scenery was actually interesting because the ballroom, it had a black and white floor. And usually you don't see those kind of floors. You usually see it one style, like one color. So it was nice to see like 2 different colors in it at least. But I kind of felt this movie lacking in some places. And you kind of have to assume things and like read things to figure out what's happening. Because if you're just like watching it and like wanting a description or like this is a theme, it doesn't have that. You have to figure it out yourself. In some of the stories you can't even find the videos. But the Cinderella one, I have found the video on YouTube on a playlist for free, and it's copyright free, I believe, because it was created so long ago that people can use it. So yeah. Anyway, bye. Oh, this is a long review. Sorry.